Why Asia has its own New Year? Did you know that in China and many Asian countries, people don't celebrate New Year only on January 1st? They celebrate it twice, once with the rest of the world and once more weeks later based on the moon. The second New Year, also known as the Lunar New Year, or some people also call it Chinese New Year. And for millions of people, this holiday is actually far more important than December 31st. So why does Asia have its own New Year? Why is it celebrated on February? And why does life in entire cities stop during this time? I'm Guzelle, and in this video we're gonna talk about Lunar New Year. What is the Lunar New Year and what's the difference between the New Year that we celebrate on the 1st of January? The Lunar New Year is a traditional holiday celebrated in China and many other Asian countries. Unlike the Western New Year, which follows the solar calendar and always falls on January 1st, the Lunar New Year is based on the lunar calendar. Obviously, meaning the date changes every year. Usually, it falls somewhere between late January and mid-February.
Solar New Year, based on the complete revolution of the Earth around the Sun. This journey takes approximately 365.25 days, giving us the familiar 12 months of the Gregorian calendar. January 1st marks the finish line. Now let's meet the Lunar New Year. It follows the moon's phases, completing 12 cycles around 354 days in a year. The lunar cycle lasts about 29.5 days, shaping the lunar months. Because 12 lunar cycles are shorter than a solar year, the Lunar New Year hops around the solar calendar, bringing fresh starts at different times each year.
The holiday begins on the first new moon of the lunar calendar, which is why it never has a fixed day. In China, the Lunar New Year is also called the Spring Festival. And that name is very important because historically, this holiday wasn't just about a new year starting. It was about the end of winter and the beginning of spring.
If you say Lunar New Year, you're scientifically wrong. The Chinese calendar isn't just lunar, it's lunisolar, which means it combines both the sun and the moon using the 24 solar terms, leap months, and the ancient Tiangan Dizhi, which was created by Chinese astronomers thousands of years ago. In China, it's called Spring Festival or Chunjie, and the exact date is picked at a place in Nanjing, which is called the Purple Mountain Observatory or the Zijinshan Observatory.
If you think that this Lunar New Year is just one day, it's not true, you're wrong. Even though many people think Lunar New Year is just one day, in reality, it lasts much longer. Traditionally, the celebration lasts 15 days. It starts on Lunar New Year's Eve and ends with the Lantern Festival, which happens on the first full moon of the Lunar New Year. In modern times, especially in China, people usually get around a week off work, but culturally, the entire 2-week period is considered festive. Despite of being called Chinese New Year, this holiday is not exclusive to China. It's celebrated in many Asian countries, each with its own traditions and names. In Vietnam, it's called Tet. In South Korea, it's called Seolal. In Singapore, Malaysia, parts of Myanmar, and other regions, Lunar New Year is widely celebrated.
It's not Chinese New Year. It's not Chinese New Year. If you have any Vietnamese friend, it's that time of the year again to wish them a happy Lunar New Year. We call it Tết or Tết holiday. Invite them with a simple happy Tết holiday, or you can shock them with chúc mừng năm mới. Chúc mừng năm mới.
To do, Seolal or the Lunar New Year in Korea starts from 16 to 18 February. Firstly, it will not be as bad as Chuseok where most things are closed. Seolal is not as big of a holiday and a lot of places will be open. But most department stores like the Hyundai will be closed on the 16th and 17th.
We celebrate 3 New Years. Number 1 is at midnight on January 1st. We celebrate New Year's with the whole world. New Year 2 is on the Lunar New Year, which is today, January 29th, 2025. Chinese ancestry in Thailand is estimated as high as 40%, so Chinese New Year is a big deal here. New Year number 3 is Thai New Year, where the whole country of Thailand erupts in a 3-day-long water fight.
Even outside Asia, countries with large Asian communities like the United States, Canada, UK, and Australia hold major Lunar New Year festivals, parades, and events. So while China played a huge role in shaping the holiday, Lunar New Year today is a shared cultural celebration across much of Asia. I don't know about other countries, but for example, in Vietnam, in big cities like Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon, almost everything closed and does not work at all. Restaurants, cafes, even large supermarkets may stop working for several days. Only small local shops stay open, and even they often work reduced hours. Millions of people, they leave big cities and travel to their hometown to celebrate it with their family. It really feels like the entire country presses pause together. And what happens during these holidays in your country, you can write it in the comments. Next part, we should talk about family, because as I told you before, many people, they go to their hometown to celebrate it with family. Why? Because this is the time when people are expected to return home no matter how far they live. For many, the only time of the year when the whole family gathers in one place. The holiday is about honoring parents, grandparents, and ancestors. Respect for older generations is a huge part of the celebration.
Here, my parents prep and cook a huge feast to ring in the new year. And when it's showtime, they work as a team and bring it all together. First, we pray and leave all of the food offerings for our ancestors and loved ones past to invite them to enjoy the feast we've prepared.
What my Vietnamese family eat during Lunar New Year. In the first 3 days after finished cooking, we would offer it to our ancestor first. Then after some hours, we can heat it up and eat it.
This is also why Lunar New Year is often described as the largest annual human migration in the world, because hundreds of millions of people travel at the same time. And they also have the unique and interesting traditions and decorations. Before Lunar New Year begins, families thoroughly clean their homes. This cleaning symbolizes removing bad luck and negative energy from the past year. After cleaning, homes are decorated, most commonly with the color red. Red lanterns, red banners, and red paper decorations are everywhere. Red symbolizes good luck, happiness, and protection. Fireworks and loud noises are also traditional. According to ancient legend, loud sounds and bright colors scare away evil spirit and bad fortune. But what's the story of this new year, and why is everything red? Actually, there is an explanation, because there is a legend behind this Lunar New Year. One of the most famous legends connected to Lunar New Year is the story of a monster called Neon.
But on the darkest night of the year, when the new moon is in the sky, he'd terrorize the villagers and scare them away. Needless to say, the villagers dreaded the new moon for many, many years, until a wise man taught them the 3 things Neon was afraid of: loud noises, fire, and the color red. The next time Neon paid a visit, the villagers played the drums as loud as they could, lit firecrackers all over, and wore red from head to toe. Neon ran far away and never came back. To mark this victorious day, the villagers started celebrating the new moon instead of fearing it. That celebration became a 15-day festival of family, food, and good fortune called Lunar New Year.
And of course, interesting part, it's food. What kind of traditional food they eat. Nothing is random. Every dish has symbolic meaning. Fish represent abundance and prosperity. Dumplings symbolize wealth because their shape resembles ancient coins. Sweet rice balls, often eaten during the Lantern Festival, symbolize family, unity, and togetherness. In Vietnam, one of the most important foods is bánh trưng, a square sticky rice cake that represents the earth and gratitude toward ancestors. Meals are large, shared, and deeply symbolic. Eating together is just as important as what is being eaten.
5 lucky Chinese New Year foods we always eat to bring in the new year. Dumplings, because they look like these little things of gold, like this. Prawns, because the Cantonese word for this is ha, which sounds like laughter, like ha ha ha. Fish, because this word in Chinese sounds like surplus, lin lin yao yu. You know, chicken, because this word in Chinese sounds like good luck and prosperity. And we always have glutinous rice balls. This is tong yun, which sounds like tun yun, which symbolizes togetherness.
You know that Vietnamese people eat the exact same dishes for multiple days during Tết.
Same rich dishes return every year, and not just for one meal, but repeated throughout the entire first week of Tết. Dishes like bánh chưng and bánh tét, sticky rice cakes filled with mung bean and pork wrapped in green leaves, chả giò chiên, crispy fried spring rolls, and thịt kho trứng, braised pork and eggs, slowly cooked in coconut juice, are heavy, rich, and filling.
This is how we celebrate Korean New Year morning in Korea. It depends on each household, but for us, we prepare food to thank our ancestors, in this case, our grandfather. On New Year's Day, we eat Korean rice cake soup called tteokguk, as it's believed to grant the people good luck for the year and gain a year of age. We also made dumplings, as it used to be one of our grandfather's favorite meals. We will sometimes compete about who makes the prettiest shape of dumplings, but so far, no one does better than our grandfather. Once the food is all prepared, we will place them on a table to be served to our grandfather. There's lots of seasoned vegetable side dishes, Korean meat pancakes, kimchi, fruits, chestnuts, and more. Then we will shift around the utensils so that our grandfathers could taste each.
Another well-known tradition is giving red envelope, and these red envelopes filled with money. These envelopes are usually given to children or younger family members, and also to old people. The money inside symbolizes good luck and protection for the year ahead. And of course, a lot of kids love this time because people give them money. Lunar New Year is also tied to the Chinese zodiac, which is a 12-year cycle of animals. Each year is associated with an animal believed to influence personality traits, luck, and destiny. And if you don't know, this year 2026 is the year of a horse. Because it lasts around 2 weeks, the important day is the final day. It ends with the Lantern Festival on the 15th of Day. On this day, people light lanterns, gather with family, and enjoy sweet foods. The full moon symbolizes completeness, harmony, and reunion. It's a peaceful and symbolic ending to an intense and emotional celebration. Lunar New Year isn't just a holiday, it's a reflection of values, family, respect, tradition, and connection to nature. Even in modern cities and fast-paced societies, this ancient celebration remains deeply meaningful. It reminds people to slow down, go home, and start again. So Asia didn't invent a second New Year just for fun. It preserved one of the oldest ways humans have marked time, season, and life itself. And that's why Lunar New Year continues to matter, not just in Asia, but around the world. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and write in the comments where you're from. Did you know about this New Year before, and do people celebrate this Lunar New Year in your country?